Oh, wasting any time. Let's just go. Gonna skip through all this because it's the same stuff. I am gonna make my dad real quick.
Build that dad.
Build that dad. It's gonna be the same one as always. Wait, why do I look No, I changed that. There we go. Alright, let's change our outfit. So we've had that one, we've had that one. I think we've had that one, I'm not sure. I know we've done that one. And that one. Actually, I'm not sure if I've worn that shirt or not. Might have done that one. So I know for Matt, we did that one. We just had that one for Damien. This one for Robert. And then might have been this one for Brian. So I don't think we've done the egg one yet. Or the love shirt. Let's be classy. Because it is going to be Hugo we're going after. So.
Name that dad.
And the usual Nathan Nom-Nom.
Be that dad.
Yeah. Kind of slammed my phone down. Sorry about that, phone. Okay, and you got my text about what I wanted for dinner. Sweet. Skip.
Dad.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
I know it doesn't matter, but like, I don't want people to hate me. Plus, that's the name of a bread you've had, Matt. That was the bread the dog liked. There we go. Can't wait to go see Hugo. But we don't see Hugo until the next day. So, yeah. Do do do. I'll read the scene that involves Hugo, which is when we go to the school to talk to him. But otherwise, I'm just going to skip everything else. Because I just want to focus on the guy I'm going for. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully nobody will notice. I check my watch and am relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. You're my stepson in another dimension. But right now, blah. Sigh. Come on, kid. I'm late for a meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega? I don't know. Have you tried the exit? Okay, wise guy. Are you gonna help me or not? Sigh. Fine. Up those stairs and to the left. Can't miss them. I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple of minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where that low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker.
Oh.
Lucy, don't you have a third period to get to? Sigh. Fine, Mr. Vega.
Ah.
Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool. You must be Nathan. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back?
Oh.
Mr. Vega leads me in, and I take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this.
Oh.
Alright, where were we? Now, who could tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin? Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise. The whole class erupts in laughter. Alright, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down.
Oh.
Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable unreliable narrator. Oh my god! Unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell at the end of the period rings. All of the students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
What?
Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening.
Oh.
Or not, I guess. Mr. Vega turns to be in size. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers? Both. You know, budget cuts. Right. Thanks so much for coming in. No problem, Mr. Vega. Please, call me Hugo. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior. What's going on? Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I'd normally chalk this up to senioritis, but this is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? I mean, we did just move. Well, we just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was. See if you could talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance if she If she keeps heading down this road.
I don't know.
I know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Hey,
Anytime. On my way out, I stop, thinking for a moment. I turn to Hugo. Hey, Hugo?
Hmm?
Yes? They ever catch that rye?
Ah.
Yes. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home. Maybe I could talk to her about what's going on. Alright, so this is the part. Let's go make something at home. Just nothing but a series of teenage grunts and sighs. Something else. They cook dinner. She puts it down, calling grabs all the Did I almost burn down our brand new house because I was too busy saying silly words? Indubitably. Cool. Who wants takeout? It was the first time I burned it because last time I was really good about it and I didn't get the bacon on fire. But yeah, I think last time I was like paranoid. I was constantly checking it. So I was like, oof. Amanda and I ordered some Chinese food and eat it on the couch of our new living room. She flips on the TV. Oh yeah, then they do the ghost trucks. I so want that to be a real show. I bet it'd be hilarious. I feel like that's both a legit tip and a not so legit tip. So we're gonna go to the grill. We'll talk to I'm happy there. Got no worries about its size, as long as me and my daughter are happy. Well put. Oh yeah, that's when he saw like Damien. Yeah, because Brian is constantly just like making those kind of comments of like, oh man, isn't this better than that or something? It's weird. So Matt, Hugo, Craig, because I need Hugo. Matt, Hugo, Craig seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place. And to try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leads in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. I'll listen in on Matt and Hugo. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I am so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it. Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. I'm gonna save, because I don't know if anything will give me heart points with him or not. How do you mean? Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's a Marguerite. Right. Art. Sorry. You're fine, dude. We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked was if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. He's like, I just explained this to you! But they represent two completely different art movements. How can I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism? Man, that's all way above my head.
Oh.
Me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it. And that's awesome.
Oh.
Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please. Sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Nathan, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
Hey, dude.
Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize checks over to us.
Hey.
What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Best transformation ever! Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey.
Ha! Hey, Nathan, this is my daughter. Hello. I'm Carmencita. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Yeah. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually. Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend. And, your teacher. Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Oh.
Yep. And soon he's gonna be my boyfriend. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper? Great seeing you. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Huh?
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Sweet Manchego.
Ernest Hemingway Vega. Are you smoking?
Ah.
Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Hey.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard too. Wow, that's not going to be fun to deal with. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey everybody, sorry about that. Nathan, this is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter?
Oh.
Ernest? Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah. Good for you.
Can
I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest? Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber.
Oh.
See, that right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? I don't know.
Hey.
I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
Oh no.
As, as much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest.
Oh.
Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Hey, Raven, welcome back. Yeah, you're right. But it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens?
Oh.
Don't let us eat up your time, Nathan. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. Nah, it's burger time. And I'm going to go ahead and skip this. I've gone through this already a few times
Oh.
in my last routes. So I'll save it for the end of the game. I think when I'm on my very last route, I'll go ahead and read everything once again, just so everyone's refreshed and it's like end of the game. We have time. We could just breeze on through and read everything. And then that'll be a good way to end this entire playthrough. I have to be true to myself. Whoop, made the dad book. We can finally start doing them dates.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Excuse me. Alright, let's see what Hugo's all about. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're out here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know and I'm sorry. On a Friday night, you are most likely to brew some straw tea and paint my miniatures. Ooh, hit me up on that tea, bro. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A remembrance of things passed by Marcel Proust. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. Ooh. What did you want to be when you grew up? Movie star. Oh, he looks like the type. What did you want to be when you... Oh, wait, no, read that. What's your favorite movie genre? Documentaries on art history. What's your ideal date? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. Oh, that's nice, too. What do you never leave home without. My glasses. Actually, I forget them at home a lot. I spend a lot of time thinking about. I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. That's not a bad fear to have, actually. Yeah, let me go ahead. I think I already saved, but I'm gonna do it again. And let's go on our first date. Let's do this.